Just as I'm like being super disgusting. Perfect.
That's what I do too.
Yeah. That's great. Are you still around, Phil?
I'm alive.
Great.
Are we live, or is this it?
We're not. This isn't it, but we are live.
People could probably theoretically see and or hear us.
Yeah, we're seeable now.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, I'm just waiting. Chat, you should tell me if the sound is good for everybody or whatever. This Gatorade is really good. It's lime cucumber.
Is it urine?
It is not urine, but
I've been drinking a lot of Gatorade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Week or so.
You've been feeling a little under the weather there, guy.
Is it a whole family thing?
Yeah. Is everybody sick? That would suck.
It's me and Sammy. Janessa hasn't really got sick.
Just the guys in the family. It's the guy strain.
Yeah.
Phil, feel better?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm doing okay.
I miss you. I love you.
Did you go with the airborne, or what? Did you get the airborne, like I told you?
No.
That's a no. Yeah.
Although, so what I did though was I got this. I got some emergency chewables.
Oh yeah, those are good.
But by the time that I thought that I would be able to keep them down, I was already like feeling better. But I think that was a good idea. Like you were what motivated me to get those, Dylan, because I was like, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't actually really prevent you from getting sick, but they do have a lot of fucking good shit.
Yeah, they're good for hangovers and they're good for sickness recovery for sure. Oh man, they're so good for hangovers. I'm gonna be using those this weekend. Like hell, there's gonna be a lot of bourbon going down tonight, or not tonight, but this weekend.
Phil, why is your picture not showing up correctly on my Skype? If you could troubleshoot this for me.
Phil's?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm seeing one thing on the stream, and I'm seeing classic Polygon Phil Kohler on my...
I don't know. I just updated it a little bit ago.
Shows good on my Skype.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, since my Skype is the stream.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So can you hear all of us? Chat.
Yeah.
Chat.
Does everything sound good?
Everything sound good?
This is my triumphant return to streaming.
Yeah. Now that you have like a wrestler art of you, how awesome is that?
That's great.
That's so cool.
That was I was very tired and drunk, and at Dan Reichert's place.
Well, now you look like a cartoon.
That's the story behind that picture.
I ended up doing an art trade for it. I was going to pay my friend to make this. And then I was at Evo. And one of the artists for Third Strike was there.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, just find out if he has a Necro piece and we will trade for it. So I spent a lot of money on a piece of art and then had to be super scared about taking it home on like a plane. I was like,
oh, so it wasn't the person who did the art for Third Strike who made our banner. It was
no.
Okay, I was like, that's pretty awesome.
No, God, that would be sick, right?
That would be sick if we could contact.
I just look like Alex. Like,
yeah. Well, we'll do that for DXJ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Man, and you could be Urian. It'd be perfect.
I walk around in man diaper thongs all the time.
It's gonna be great.
Don't know if you know that. I'm ripped. So ripped.
Yeah, I believe it.
So ripped.
So super duper ripped. Yeah, me too right now. Alright, so no one's complaining, so I guess that we sound okay.
Shit says Phil is Q.
I like that idea.
Hey, Q sounds awesome.
Yeah, because you like, yeah, and then you don't really have to talk.
Are we live? Is this? I'm gonna tweet this out.
Yeah, we're live.
Hi, Phil.
Great.
Are you live?
I don't even know anymore.
Welcome to Suplex Friends. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Throw it out there.
Fucked it up.
Welcome to Suplex Friends, where the stream friends talk pro wrestling, WWE, TNA, that NXT.
No, we don't talk about TNA. Don't even.
All right, I
guess we do talk about. You talk about it every once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. I'm your host, Dylan Hecht. I'm here with John, the Icon Carson.
That's what they call me.
and Phil the Vigilante Kohler.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Thank God, like
Flawless.
every wrestler has like 25 nicknames, so like we
Yeah.
could have like an infinite number of guests, and I could probably keep reading off Sting nicknames. Great.
The Crow.
So it's been like a month-ish since we last convened, and we were last time we were talking about the the only event bigger than WrestleMania in the history of the WWE, the entire however many year history of the WWE. So SummerSlam 2015, two giants collided. Also, The Undertaker fought Brock Lesnar. It was a show, guys.
Wait, which giants collided? Just Undertaker and Brock Lesnar?
The Miz and the Big Show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They had a match, right? Hold on, let me
Hollywood
check real
Giant
quick. Let me
against
check real
actual
quick.
giant.
They did have a match, right?
Did they? I don't even know if they did.
I don't think they did.
The Big Show came out and punched the Miz.
Yeah, the Miz. No, the Miz was in this. They said the Miz was in this match. Okay, so yeah, no, they were there. They were there. They had a match. Whew.
Oh, there was. It was the full threat.
Well, we can skip the description of that match then, I guess.
Oh yeah, we're doing that one.
Yeah.
SummerSlam card.
Let's just go in real rough. What do you guys think of SummerSlam 2015? What do you think, Phil?
I did not think it was a bad pay-per-view. The only huge problem that I had with it is just like that thing was 4 fucking hours long.
Yeah,
It was
too long.
Too long.
Too long.
and there were at least 3 matches that it was just like you could have cut 3 or 4 of these, cut an hour and a half off of the show, and I think it would have been way more watchable.
Yeah, they should have pulled like NXT Takeover and just like had a huge card, but then like only like half of the matches could have made it on.
Like, did we need another Sheamus versus Orton match?
No.
Did we get anything out of that? There was they had no real storyline. It was just, we're still fighting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you had to make Sheamus look strong, man. He is Mr. Money in the Bank. He has to look like a... Are we just getting in, I guess? We'll just go in right at the top.
Oh.
Like, Sheamus needs a W, and no one can take a loss more gracefully than Randy Orton.
So here's my thing with Money in the Bank. Like, why do you need the Money in the Bank holder to look strong when they're just gonna cash it in when it's opportune?
Well...
Like they don't need to look strong for that.
Yeah, I guess you're right, huh?
To be fair, Rollins made a career off of a year with the Money in the Bank thing, almost a year.
And
Looking
That's true.
Yeah. He looked like a dope for a year, pretty much.
and then he got the title and continues to look like a dope.
Oh my goodness, it's terrible. Yeah, you're right. All right, so...
What's that statue?
All right, how about Sheamus needs to stay relevant? And there's no one more relevant for him to fight than Randy Orton. How do you like that? That's a good one, right?
2011 all over
Yeah,
again.
that's right. I mean, Cena was busy, so the next step down is Randy Orton,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, that match happened
Yeah, but...
in 12 minutes and 14 seconds.
Oh God, I just realized
Mm-hmm.
if Sheamus does get the title at some point, we probably are going to get a Sheamus versus Cena feud again, huh?
Yes!
Fuck.
Cena and Pale Cena are going to clash. It's going to be great.
To be fair, Cena's been putting on some really good matches. So
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think Sheamus has been or will.
But if anyone can elevate Sheamus, it's Wrestler of the Year, John Cena.
Cesaro.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
Cesaro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so Sheamus versus Orton was there. That happened.
Yeah, I didn't... Yeah, so...
Was that pre-show?
No,
No,
there was no pre-show match. It was just fucking
That's right.
nonsense. Although, there was one really funny part in the pre-show where Kevin Owens showed up and just started, like, punking the shit out of Byron Saxton. And that was fantastic.
Good.
He just showed up on their little, like, commentary table and just, like, went off on Byron, and then kind of took off, and then came back and grabbed someone's Mountain Dew kickstart, and then left again.
No, that was real good. It was
It
actually
was fantastic.
It was a segment that almost made the pre-show worth watching in and of itself, and it was just another one of those moments of like, Kevin Owens, you're so good. You're so good.
So good.
And then, I mean, come on.
Stealing the kickstart was really
that was the best part, was that he came back for it. And then, yeah. The next best part of that.
In his mind, in WWE's mind, in their brand-centric, trying to advertise way, stealing that kickstart is the biggest heel move he could have done.
Absolutely. But the second best part was like 2 minutes later, Byron had another kickstart. Like just one was brought to him. It was like, you got to have the full kickstart lineup.
You always keep one in the chamber.
Were any opened? That's my question.
No.
God, no.
This isn't like a year ago WWE when like King would like somehow always come back from a commercial break like half drinking a Diet Mountain Dew and then talk about how much he loved it. I wish someone still did that.
King is still like the guy who does that. Like he's the guy who will actually open
it. Even he won't drink Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Do you remember when they used to deliver like Hardee's to the announce table?
What?
Or Burger King or something? Yeah, or Domino's.
I don't remember that.
Oh, we're ordering Domino's on our iPad. And then like 20 minutes later, there'd be someone like showing up to the announce table with a box of Domino's.
Remember when Adam Rose did a commercial for Twisted Tea?
Yeah.
Remember Adam Rose?
Who?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
You remember when Damien Sandow dressed up as one of those people that works at Sonic with the roller skates and
Macho Man?
That's his new gimmick. I mean, that's... I have heard, as long as we're talking about Adam Rose and Damien Sandow,
sure.
I did see reports that at house shows they have both of those guys have new gimmicks that they've been working on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Adam Rose's gimmick is basically the extreme opposite of the party guy gimmick. He's now he wears glasses, and he comes out and talks to the crowd about how they shouldn't be having fun.
Oh, he poops on parties.
Yeah,
he's the party pooper.
Party pooper.
And I guess the Sandow is now wearing his original gear, which is pink tights.
Does he have the robe? Does he still say you're welcome?
Yes.
No robes.
No.
But he does his gimmick now is that calls himself the voice of reason. But he's a face. That's a face thing.
How's that a face thing?
I don't know.
I feel like that's also a party pooper. You know?
Well, like Sandow at this point, like after WrestleMania, he was a face at that point. So you might as well bring if you bring him out, he's going to be a face right now.
I would love to actually do something with Sandow, but
yeah.
Macho Mandow was fine. Just do that again. Whatever.
Shaded Fox said, I hope Adam Rose's new gimmick is just fucking Leo Kruger again because Leo Kruger is as hell. That's what they should have done, but they did not do that.
Yeah. There was something with him and Brad Maddox being a tag team and just like talking about how buff and fit they are.
Also, Better 404 says of Adam Rose, so he's right to censor. Basically, he's right to censor. If you guys remember, right to censor.
Oh, I remember that. Like, just say warning when they would come down. Wasn't Goldust part of that? I remember.
Was he?
Or no, Val Venus.
I think at some point Val Venus was for sure.
Balboski.
Goldust definitely like feuded with them, and as happens in the WWE, when you're feuding with a stable, at some point you might join that stable for a while, and then
just like Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatt family
for a week.
Yeah. So
he really stuck with that storyline.
There's a big tag team match, also, guys. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
New Day, Primetime Players, Lucha Dragons, and Los Jabadores with El Torito. That was a really good match, actually. I did like that a lot.
Didn't El Torito get involved? Oh wait, no, it's Fatal 4-Way. No disqualification.
No, you're thinking of
Elimination Chamber?
Was that last? Well, yeah, that was Elimination Chamber when he did the Hurricane Rana on Cesaro. That was great. But then there was like this past Raw where the Matadors beat him up, and then was that this past week's Raw when like. He tagged, El Torito tagged himself in and then, lost or caused the match to be lost, and then the Matadors were beating him up. And then
I think it was last week, but yeah, I think they're basically, El Torito is now...
What's he going to do?
Not... He's the Dudleys. He's with the Dudleys.
Oh, if he's like the new Dudley boy, that would be great. He's
think about it this way. Here's, and I mean, you know, they'll find a way to screw this up because it's WWE. But think about it this way. El Torito, one of the coolest fucking things El Torito's ever been involved with, as shitty as the gimmick was the WLC match.
Oh, that's true.
For TLC I think it was before TLC last year,
yes,
or maybe it was before one of the other pay-per-views.
Almost 2 years ago.
It was fantastic.
But he was awesome in that, and what I'm thinking is that Dudley boys, they see his talent there, they see what he has going for him, they're recruiting him.
Okay, yeah, he can put people through tables. It'd be great. And
he's legit. He's
really good.
He's legit, really entertaining. I think.
And I mean, have you seen the condition that Spike Dudley is in right now? Like, they got to get someone. So it might as well be El Torito.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move on. We'll just kind of blast through this because there's like some real trash coming up. Like,
J15 Flight asks, "Yo, why is Biggie Langston here?" And Getter 404 answers, because it turns out Suplex Friends are booty.
Yeah, booty is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Das booty.
Das booty.
Das booty.
Speaking of booty, Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev at SummerSlam. Ending in a double countout.
Oh! Yeah, that's good. That's good shit.
I'm glad you guys are repping the guy with the shittiest story in the entire company right now.
Like, that's not his fault.
That's not his fault. But I'm still going to make fun of him for it. So, that's real bad.
That's fair.
I mean, he has the worst storyline in the company, and Ryback reads The Secret. That's Ryback's storyline, is that Kevin Owens made fun of The Secret on Raw. And somehow that's not the worst storyline. Whatever. This match was real dumb and real... It was fine, but then, what a dumb ending.
Well, I think the match was...
It was fine.
Match was fine.
It was fine.
I mean, Rusev always goes out and does it.
Rusev can put on a show, unlike some mid-carders.
Like who?
Lana. That's who I meant.
Lana.
Yeah.
She's a mid-carder.
All right. Have you seen... Well, I guess not. The Divas division is a little bit better now.
They just need to... They need to kill this storyline. The storyline is
like
fucking miserable.
Is she out now?
I think Lana's out with an injury. She broke her hand.
Okay, so that's why she just kind of disappeared. I was wondering.
Yeah, she broke her hand during like a practice match or something. Yeah, so she's out with an injury for, I think they said, at least like 2 months.
They should be able to use this to tell this storyline is cursed. Like,
and I think the thing that's incredible about how bad the storyline is that it's one of those storylines where literally everybody it touches, I think, is looking worse for it.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
Ziggler
looks worse. Rusev looks worse. Lana looks worse. Summer Rae, I mean, whatever. She wasn't doing anything, but she could be doing better, certainly.
Certainly. I mean, they're not using the Rusev flag with his face on it. So how could this be a good storyline? That is not coming down from the rafters. It's fucking horseshit. And then they're doing like the fake like TMC TV show like recaps of the storyline. So
I saw one person write, and I think I agree with this. You know, a lot of people have called it the like WWE's version of a soap opera storyline or WWE's version of like Days of Our Lives, and that was an insult to soap opera writing. Yes,
similar amount of product placement.
That's good.
Actually.
That's true.
So please do better, WWE.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll come up with something better for Night of Champions, right?
Even if you don't like any of the people involved in that story, all of them deserve better.
Yes.
They deserve
absolutely.
better.
Summer Rae's actually pretty good in the ring.
Really?
The most frustrating part too is like it's one of the only like stories that WWE is telling, and I want them to tell stories. I want them to actually be storylines, but it's so shitty. It's
not
so
like
awful.
this.
Speaking of storylines, this next match is all storyline.
Had a real good
great. I love this match. It is Stephen Amell and Neville against Stardust and King Barrett, the Cosmic King.
The Cosmic King, but that's already like done, right? Now,
yeah,
that's too bad. That's a bummer.
Well, so there was a Twitter post from Amell saying that he learned how to do a belly to belly.
What?
So he might still be training for something else.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, so the word going around. I mean, I think anybody watching this, especially if you've seen WWE matches with celebrities before, like Amel, obviously he's not a wrestler, and he was not, to the same level of any legit wrestler, but he was way better than you would have expected, and he was in the ring quite a bit. Like, he was not just on the outside, and even went to the top rope at one point.
To the outside.
Yeah,
like top rope out of the ring.
He was impressive.
Like, that's ballsy.
Says David Arquette is greater than Stephen Amell. Shit.
I mean, he did win the championship in the triple ring, or the triple.
He did. But yeah, the word going around is that WWE was also very impressed with Amell.
Yeah.
I don't think either company ever. I don't think either of them probably had any like set like, oh, you're definitely going to come back. But with how good he did and how well the match went over, I could totally see him coming back, especially as Jones Ice Cream says when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 comes out next summer.
Yeah.
Him against Sheamus. Casey Jones versus Rocksteady.
The good money is on keeping it a tag team affair, whether they team him with Neville again or someone else. But,
yeah, that's a lot safer. Stephen Amell and John Cena versus Sheamus and Rusev.
How do you feel about this superhero gimmick that's going on, or superhero and supervillain gimmick?
I like it, actually. Yeah. It's the right amount of dumb for me.
Right.
So So now like Stardust is teaming with the Ascension, moving past
like Mortal Kombat villains.
Teaming with the Ascension and going against the Lucha Dragons and Neville, and they're definitely continuing that like having like comic book panels of the Ascension and Stardust and
I like that.
Dragons.
I think it's a little change. It's good.
This is like the opposite of the last match, where like I hated everything from like the story stuff to the video editing they were using to I thought it brought everyone down. But this one is like seriously the opposite. Like the comic book stuff is awesome. Everyone involved with like this whole comic book situation, Neville, Stardust, even somehow the Ascension are looking cool. Amazingly enough.
Shaded Fox says, I love Cody as Stardust as Doctor Doom.
Yeah. He should throw his mask over his face.
Sinister. He's definitely he's got the Mr. Sinister look to him.
Yeah.
He tweeted a picture of like Skeletor and M. Bison and the Road Warriors, and he's saying that he's going to the costume department for a new look.
Oh shit!
So he might look like Bison.
Man,
Bison with like skull face paint on.
I hope
goodness.
So. I hope so.
Like,
I mean, it sounds like
Bison.
the only bummer with this whole deal is it sounds like it sounds likely that it's going to in the pre-show. I think
that's
the next one, the one for Night of Champions, which we'll discuss in a little bit, is going to be a pre-show match.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a solid pre-show.
It's more of just a like I like it enough, and I like all the performers involved, other than the Ascension enough that I wish they were getting real.
Yeah,
time.
That's okay though. I mean, YouTube's real cool. It could be on YouTube.
That's true.
So yeah, we already talked about. I mean, Ryback had a match. He won. So
positivity.
Yep. That's his secret. Is he keeps eating. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
I never win though.
Yeah, never. I keep eating, but I forget the part where you lift weights, so it's not working out too well. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeated Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper in a really good tag team match. Also, I thought.
I was kind of bored by this one.
Really?
Sure.
I did like not like, but I thought it was really funny when Reigns spent a lot of time.
That crowd was not happy with him.
Outside the ring, like just passed out, just selling. And the crowd at a certain point after like it was like 4 minutes or 5 minutes of him being outside, and then the crowd just started like I think they were chanting
Reigns is sleepy or Roman's
Reigns
sleepy.
is sleeping.
Roman's sleepy, something like that.
Sleeping, something
so
like
good.
that.
So good. And then I like right after he like got up, he was like immediately 110% again.
Yeah.
Like, arm was cocked, Superman punches were flying, shit was going down. It was great. I don't know. This match, even like at the time though, did feel like filler, and it definitely it was filler.
It's 2/3 of the Shield against 2/3 of the Wyatt family.
The weirdest part, honestly, was that so we had the next day on Raw, the feud between these two groups continued, and then they had the reveal of the new third member of the Wyatt family, which was pretty cool. It felt a little like that was maybe originally planned for SummerSlam and then just didn't happen.
Phil, what's the name of the new member of the Wyatt family?
It is Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, a giant bearded baby man.
Bro Strongman
is like a baby's
Bro
face.
Strongman.
Bro Strongman. He's got like such a cute little baby face. This guy.
He does.
He looks adorable.
I like that dude. One, because he's fucking gigantic.
Yeah, he was a strong man before. Like he did World's Strongest Man stuff.
Nice.
I like them bringing him in and having him just run over Reigns and Ambrose. And I like that they were willing to do that. I'm interested in seeing.
He's a complete unknown.
For the first time since the Reigns Wyatt feud started, I'm actually interested in seeing what happens in the next match.
He's the black sheep of the Wyatt family. I mean, how bad do you have to be how bad do you have to be?
I'm proud of that family for adopting a babyface man.
Yeah, he is absolutely a babyface man. But like, how bad do you have to be the black sheep of the Wyatt family?
You just have to wear the mask.
Is that all it takes?
That's it. I could do it.
Andy says they really, really need a young guy in the big monster role in the WWE, so this is great, IMO. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like it's been Kane and Big Show for so long.
And Mark Henry.
And Mark, yeah, just all these old dudes like a really
oh god, yeah. Well, it's cool.
It's nice.
Well, luckily they got Bull Dempsey loaded in the barrel too.
You mean Fit Dempsey?
What?
He's getting Dempsey fit.
I don't know. What does that mean? Is that a real thing?
It's yeah.
Get her before we will discuss the third man when we talk about
champions. The third man.
We'll get to it.
You think it'd be Baron Corbin?
We'll get to it.
You think Baron Corbin? No, there's no chance.
We'll get to it.
That's like
0.0%.
Not my idea.
Champions.
All right, so let's talk about the most important match of the entire night.
PCB.
What? No. There was only one match in this entire event that had 2 belts on the line, gentlemen. Seth Rollins, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus John Cena, the former United States Champion. In a
I'm sorry, you
match.
just spoiled the match for me.
Okay, sorry. So,
yes, this is a winner-takes-all match.
Winner-takes-all.
For World Heavyweight Championship and the United States Championship.
True.
Rollins came out in wonderful,
all white,
delightfully fashionable, all-white new outfit.
Oh man, he looked amazing. He looked fantastic. That was so good. I have no idea why he came out in white. If that was just like a troll move, I assume, or what he was like. What the idea was behind that.
I don't know. I enjoyed the hell out of this match. Like these two have consistently put on great matches with each other, but this is one of the best. I mean, it was excellent, super long, in a ton of incredible near falls.
Oh yeah.
Where like and Rollins just like for as much as like he didn't get a clean win, quote unquote, Rollins looked real good in this match.
Yeah.
He had a lot of like great reversals and counters on Cena's moves.
Oh yeah, it was a long match. It was like almost 20 minutes, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But it did not.
I believe the longest match on the card.
Not a lot of downtime, surprisingly.
Yeah, not at all. And the only so the twist ending that some people hated, some people liked. I thought it was pretty hilarious. We haven't even discussed it, but Jon Stewart was the guest host for SummerSlam. Stewart and Rollins have feuded previously, so at one point, Rollins is down. Jon Stewart runs out with a chair. And surprise! He hits John Cena.
What a rip! Oh my goodness!
You didn't see that?
Yeah, I did not see that. No one saw that. But, and see, I thought that was really dumb at the time, but it somehow became even better the next night on Raw. When it was revealed that Jon Stewart is actually the most despicable of smarks ever.
Yeah, so they get Jon Stewart out the next night on Raw to explain, why did you do this? Why did you turn on John Cena when you hate Rollins? And Stewart reveals that one of the big storylines of the night was that if Cena won the World Heavyweight Championship here, it would be his 16th time, which would mean he is tied with Ric Flair for the most times ever holding the World Heavyweight Championship. So Stewart basically explains, I don't think Cena deserves to tie.
Oh my goodness. He wanted to protect Ric Flair's legacy.
I sincerely hope that they keep bringing Stewart back for guest appearances, and that every time his role is being the biggest smirk in the world, and that's somehow fucking everything up.
Yes, like I
want that to be like his continuity of like he is the voice for like hardcore internet wrestling fans, and by actually getting involved in the matches, he screws everything up.
Yeah. They just need to reveal that he like actually posts on wrestling forums and is like basically the Superboy Prime of WWE.
Perfect. Oh, I love that. I thought it was hilarious and fun when it happened. But the follow up on Raw made it even better by far.
That's what made it. Is I hated it at the time, right when it happened. But
that was two guest appearances that actually worked out well in one night.
Holy crap! Yeah, I guess you're right. There was two celebrities on at once, and it was not a complete mess.
Oh,
wow! How about that? And Jon Stewart took an AA. How about that? That was impressive.
Yeah.
I feel like feel like that one was a FU though. That was definitely an FU. Right?
Probably.
All right, John. Since you were so hyped before, what was our next match?
Our next match is PCB against Team Bella and Team Bad in an elimination triple threat team match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this time, the announcers remembered that the match wasn't over when the first team got eliminated. So that was good.
They've learned their lesson.
This was a real weird match, I thought. Like, what happened to Sasha?
Wasn't Sasha pinned?
Yes,
she was like the first person pinned.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's the boss.
Like 5 or so minutes in, I believe. Like right away, she barely got any time, and then got pinned. Like I don't know what the point of that was.
BAD got out of there real fast, which sucked.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they just don't want to like. I don't know. Like they're just saving Sasha, I guess.
Sure.
But like, then why have a triple threat match?
Because it's. It was the Revolution.
It's the same issue that I think we've already discussed, or maybe we haven't, and I've just thought about it a lot. But the same issue with a lot of this Divas Revolution shit is just like this match had no stakes. Like there's nothing. No. It was all just who really cares if they win? I don't know. They
retconned it into being the winner got to do the time match thing.
Yeah, I guess they had
But they didn't say. I swear they did not say that at the time.
What they did was they had a backstage. They had a couple backstage segments with Stephanie, and Stephanie talking to the different women's teams, and I think she said something to the effect of to the victors go the spoil, which I guess was supposed to imply that they would get something out of it, but that's asking us to assume a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, that whole thing was kind of weird. It's also really weird that Stephanie McMahon seemed to be taking a lot of credit for Stephanie McMahon and Brie and Nikki Bella are taking 99% of the credit for the Divas Revolution.
The really fucked up, frustrating part is watching Raw week to week and seeing hearing Michael Cole on the announce table, and that he's getting told what to say by Vince, and it's him saying well, you know, if you believe Nikki Bella, and I do, she's one of the main sources responsible for the Divas Revolution. And it's just like, fuck.
If you believe
Stop.
her, yeah. Please.
And there's a million problems with it, like not least of all the fact that it's just like shitty revisionist history, but also it's just this constant problem that they're having of like booking the Bellas like a heel sometimes and like faces other times.
I feel like it does that correlate at all with the TV show season at all? I don't watch TV shows, so I don't know how that works exactly. I don't know. They're just doing whatever they can to keep them popular.
Yeah.
All I know is the shit was frustrating. It was not as good of a match as I think it should have been, and it was, I don't know. I'm just disappointing.
Yeah.
Now that they're actually getting back into singles matches with the Divas, maybe it'll pick up a little.
Yeah.
Did you notice with the Beat the Clock challenge, like they had longer matches in the Beat the Clock challenge than they do with normal Divas matches?
It's true.
Which is just bananas. And then they're pretending like, oh, that's a really good time. It's like, no, most Divas matches are like less than a minute.
Yeah, it's very odd. But most Divas matches also on Raw also have like 6 people in them. So.
So before the big main event, we got
the co-main event.
Another match that technically had no stakes. Shocking that it was this late in the card, but Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. Holy hell!
And Kevin Owens was hopped up on that kickstart, man.
That kickstart got him real fucked up.
Woo! It was, man, what a match. Oh.
Owens, that was, and worth noting as well, Owens just the night before had a crazy ladder match at the NXT show.
Yeah.
Where it looked like he got real fucking beat up.
There was a point where
to the point where like there were people speculating like, oh, I think he might have a concussion. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and puts on this match with Cesaro that was just fucking amazing.
And he took a swing and like all that like nonsense that Cesaro does, all those uppercuts. It was impressive.
It was so good, and it was just both of these guys fucking killed it. Owens got the victory, which it was one of those weird matches. I think we've discussed this where like both of those guys could have used it, but I was totally fine with Owens taking it.
I like the little mini feud that they had going up to this match with everyone trying to challenge John Cena for the U.S. Championship, and then that led into this.
It was good. It was
a little build. And I think it sets the table too. Like I think even though they're not continuing with Owens versus Cesaro feud right now, I think the table is set for these two to have more feuds in the future.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And and it's like already a guarantee of good matches out of it too. Yeah. So that would be awesome.
And think about also like you've got both Owens and Cesaro have a lot of history with Sami Zayn. Think about when Zayn gets called up and some of the shit like we could get some incredible 3-person rivalries.
2016 is going to be the best year ever.
That could be killer.
I like that. I didn't even think about that, but that's those are going to be some good matches.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like it's always worth remembering in a card where that has like some mixed stuff, some good and some bad, but some stuff that we've been disappointed in. This is one of those reminders of like there's some good shit here and some good shit coming, hopefully. Andy Clark says, so excited for Zayn to eliminate Owens from the Rumble. Fuck,
that'd be perfect.
Fuck, what if I mean, obviously, I don't think it's going to be this year, but what about the year that Zayn or Owens wins the Rumble? Fuck.
That'll be, well, let's not get crazy.
I'm going to get crazy. I don't care.
No, let's not get crazy.
I mean, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Sheamus are still in this company.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
It's just going to be John Cena and Sheamus trading Royal Rumble wins for the next 30 years.
Well, they'll bring in Batista at least once more.
Oh, God, no.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is going to come out, Phil. And we're going to need Dave back, all right?
I mean, Baron Corbin.
As long as he wears the full body, like, paint, the green paint.
Baron Corbin can be the new 4th member of Evolution that they're all working with. It'll be Randy Orton, Triple H, Batista, and Baron Corbin.
That sounds
the
like
new evolution.
Perfect.
I bet Sting wins it in 2016.
Yeah.
True Ron says Triple H could probably still win a Rumble. No.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it could happen.
There says Zayn versus Owens is going to main event WrestleMania at some point in the future because these dudes are used to clawing their way to the main event together, even when the head bookers are against them. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that is going to be a fucking WrestleMania.
That would be sick. That's one to go to.
Minnesota, 2 years from now. Let's go. You can stay at my place.
I'm going to the one in Minnesota for sure.
Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens, you can stay at John's place.
Yeah, Kevin Owens. Hey, just don't trash it.
He's gonna.
He's gonna trash it. Well,
Bring your kid.
Look how many kickstarts he's gonna be drinking all over the place. It's gonna be
gonna be
cans everywhere.
There's a gas station down the street.
I like our growing continuity of Kevin Owens is just a kickstart junkie.
he's like, can't get enough. That mango flavor.
It's
too
so
delicious.
I can't go out and perform without
without a kickstart. I need one. They cut me off in the locker room.
Is it only the line for
WrestleMania better fucking be in Montreal? That's fair.
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna go 100% Fantasyland, we might as well. Yes, it's gonna be in Montreal.
Good.
John, what are you drinking? What are you drinking there?
I'm drinking a whiskey Coke.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I keep drinking it.
No, it's okay. Right. It looks delicious. I just had to know.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Phil?
I have a Destiny themed Red Bull. Got my Coke.
Does it taste different?
My XP boost. No, it doesn't. It's just a Red Bull, but it has a Destiny code.
Phil, you 40 yet?
Nah.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Phil. Don't sing the song. We cannot afford it.
My birthday was yesterday. My 30th birthday. Today I'm here talking about wrestling on the internet, so my 30s are going great so far.
You were almost spending your birthday talking about wrestling on the internet.
Instead, I spent my birthday up all night writing a thing for work, so...
Not so bad. I'm spending your first full day as, I guess, second day as 30, podcasting multiple times in one day.
Hey, there we go. I'm doing my best not to talk about this last match because it is very upsetting to me personally.
Because it's controversial.
We got to get into it. It's okay. Main event of SummerSlam. We had the rematch. Too big for WrestleMania. That's what they told us. Too big for WrestleMania. So we put it on our slightly less important show.
It was certainly too something for WrestleMania.
We had The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
A match made in hell.
I will say this. Yeah. The Undertaker went more than I expected him to go.
Yes. He didn't get concussed.
He did
right away.
I imagine he probably didn't leave in an ambulance this time.
It's apparently not.
Good.
The rumor going around post-match, and we can talk about whether or not we're happy for this. The rumor going around post-match, and also, again, rumors. Who knows if this is legit. But the rumor going around is that the match went well enough and Undertaker felt good enough after it that he is now saying he's not going to retire at WrestleMania next year and that he might keep doing a light schedule in the WWE for a few more years.
That's fine.
Is it fine?
It's fine.
Is it?
Okay. He did more than I expected.
The story is over.
There were a few good moments. Like both of them being down and Brock just laughing and then Undertaker doing the stupid face.
That was good. That was good. That was real good. But the Undertaker does not need to stick around a few more years. Like his storyline is done. It should have been done
Sting
already.
Older than the Undertaker, and he's still wrestling?
Yeah. I don't think Sting's going to be wrestling very much either. The other thing about Sting is he's basically said in interviews he had an interview this week where he was totally upfront. He was like, listen, at the age I am and with the career I've had, they bring me in to put other guys over, and I'm fine with it. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. Undertaker, I don't get the sense of WWE still wants to protect him to some degree, which is...
It's done. He's unprotected. This did not... Him beating Brock Lesnar... Him beating Brock Lesnar by fucking accident does not make him any cooler than he was when he got the shit kicked out of him by Brock Lesnar and like barely beat Bray Wyatt.
So how did it? Okay, we need to recount what happened at the end of this, and it's going to be hard because it was a fucking shit show of an ending. Okay, so they came out, they had a match. Yes. At some point, Brock Lesnar has the Undertaker in a submission.
The Kimura lock.
Kimura lock in a submission hold, yeah. And it sure looks like the Undertaker is tapping, but the ref doesn't see it.
Nope. It's on the ref is on the opposite side, making sure that Brock Lesnar's shoulders are not touching the mat.
But for the first time in history ever, the timekeeper sees it and decides, I'm just going to ring the bell.
Ring the fucking bell.
Even though the ref didn't tell me, which is just like, what?
That's real dumb. Like, why would you do that? Like,
who is this? Like, who's this amateur hour fucking timekeeper?
What a scrub.
Andy Clare says Taker did tap. He did. So upon replay, it is very clear that Taker was tapping.
Absolutely.
At the time, I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened because it was nonsense. Anyways, so the ref gets pissed because he's like, I didn't see this.
I'm running the show, Mr. Timekeeper.
So he starts it back up.
Yes.
And then Undertaker, I don't even remember what happened. Did he just like punch Lesnar in the dick again?
He punched Lesnar in the dick before the ref started the match again when the ref was not looking, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
And,
so dumb, I blocked it from my memory.
And then did he pin him?
I think he submitted him, like through dick pain. The ending was a submission. Maybe he made him pass out, possibly. It was not a pin. I remember that.
Brock Lesnar couldn't have tapped, right? That would even be like even more.
Oh, that's right. Lesnar gave him the finger as he passed out.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Okay, thank you, Andy Clare.
Yes.
So Undertaker won on the books officially. So, Paul Heyman kind of got on the mic after Undertaker walked out. And
that was fantastic. That was the only thing that was good about that.
It was like, no, we won. Undertaker tapped. We won.
Anyway, later, goodbye. Pretty much.
What a shitty.
What a shitty way to end a rematch too big for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If you advertise this as something that's bigger than your biggest event in the entire company, and then you make it shitty, and then there's no resolution.
It was this fucked up weird thing where it seemed like they wanted both guys to have a win somehow.
Yeah.
And it was something where like this is the match where there needed to be a definitive like one way or another, especially because the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar are not full timers, and now the story, like at least for now, is not continuing. Like they needed to have a definitive ending, and they did not.
What a rip!
Yep.
What a fucking rip off! I want my $10 back.
Yeah, I paid $10 for that.
Yeah. So, like, when do we see these guys again? Because I assume they're going to show back.
Literally just want a rematch. Yeah, I mean, like
the rematch I guess too big for WrestleMania to the rematch too big for SummerSlam.
Yeah, this just reminds me of like The Rock and Cena stuff. Once in a lifetime.
Once.
Yeah.
One sweet moment.
Yeah. So we'll probably get Undertaker Lesnar 3 at WrestleMania or something.
Whatever. What?
Jones got my too big for WrestleMania.
So it's going to be at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's right. What's left?
It's going to be a Battleground.
It's Fastlane. Too big for WrestleMania. We're putting it on Fastlane. Fastlane to hell.
Yeah.
All right, so there's another pay-per-view on Sunday in just a few days, gentlemen. The Night of Champions.
So, the Night of Champions is WWE's yearly pay-per-view where the gimmick is that every title has to be defended.
All of them.
Which, to be
At
fair,
the same time.
What about the NXT Championship?
no, NXT doesn't
That's
got.
not-
To
that's
be
not
fair,
canon.
most pay-per-views, all the titles are defended. Not all of them, but
Sure.
it's
A lot of them.
guaranteed at Night of Champions that all titles will be on the line in a match.
All time.
Including,
The John Cena title.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
the
Claire
Jones-
suggests that the Taker Lesnar rematch will be at Survivor Series because that's the event Taker debuted at. That could be.
Only one man will survive. The other will rest in peace.
Team Lesnar versus Team Taker.
Yeah. Versus Team Teddy Long.
Perfect.
Just for the first time ever, a three-way elimination match at Survivor Series.
Woo. That'd be great. So you want to run down these? What?
Yeah, let's run down Night of Champions.
Sure.
Starting with the one we talked about, the pre-show match.
Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus the Cosmic Wasteland. Are they seriously calling themselves that? That's amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
So that's the Ascension and Stardust.
I like that. It's like they have like a nested team name. Like they are the Cosmic Wasteland, but it's also made up of Stardust and the Ascension, which is made up of Connor and Victor. Just very silly. That's
And
weird.
the Cosmic King's one of his finishers, which is the Wasteland.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
But he's not in it.
He will be. He'll show up. It's gonna be great. I don't know. I like the Lucha Dragons. I think it's gonna be a cool match.
Yeah, no, I think this will be good. I'm still
it-
not a big Ascension fan, but I think teaming them with Stardust has been working well to make them watchable.
They seriously look like Mortal Kombat villains, like Shang Tsung and like two clone bodyguards, like little Barakas, but with shoulder pads on. Face
Yeah,
paint.
I think this will be fun. It's good. It's totally fine pre-show match. We've also got starting off some of the. Well, let's do the non-title matches first, and then go to the title matches.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev.
Oy.
I'm sure this will be a good match again. I think the big thing was that the match at SummerSlam was a double countout.
Yeah, which is real dumb.
So, yeah, it's whatever. So I'm hoping this one will have
match they had on Raw for like a SummerSlam rematch was a disqualification.
Yeah. So hopefully this one will have an actual winner.
Yes.
I would add, you know what? Let's fuck it. Let's get a Dolph Ziggler heel turn. Let's do it.
Sure. I mean, he's been
But how would that work?
kind of hinting at it.
Even.
That him and Summer Rae did do something.
I just want Rusev to not be a dude who's sad about his girlfriend. I don't want that to be his gimmick anymore. I don't care what happens in this match.
Gimmick, right?
I don't care what happens in this match, but Rusev needs to not be dude who's sad about his girlfriend, because that's terrible. That's so awful. That's the worst.
What if we have a double turn and Dolph Ziggler becomes like just fully embraces the sleazy dude that he's been being and is just like sleazy, gross womanizer, and then Rusev is like big happy Russian teddy bear who really misses his girlfriend Lana, who's out injured.
What if Rusev and Ziggler just get together?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that'd be all right. Yeah.
Now you're writing fan fiction that I can get behind.
Slash fic.
Make Rusev come out as Zangief, like with the haircut and everything.
Shaves his chest.
And then like
Starts
mohawk.
lariating people.
Yeah, like does
Green
like
hand.
yeah
everywhere.
does like the SPD like jumps in the air with a person and then
He's Bulgarian. He's not Russian.
whatever.
We've also got for non-title matches the Wyatt family, which is Bray, Luke, and Bro Strongman.
Braun Strowman, the baby man.
And then
Actually,
Dean and Roman, over the last couple of weeks, they've been talking about, ever since Strowman debuted, they've been talking about Reigns and Ambrose looking for a third person, looking for a partner to help them take out the Wyatt family. This week on Raw, there was a super awkward segment where Reigns got in the ring and got in the Wyatt's face. The Wyatts were out doing Miz TV, which was also just weird.
That was super
that was
bizarre.
It was super bizarre and not comfortable in any way.
oh,
And
hi, Miz.
I mean, like we learned that Bray Wyatt's motivation is that he just doesn't like Roman Reigns. I guess. That was like revealed. He just doesn't like him.
Then Reigns got out and got in his face and basically said, "Yeah, we got a third person. There'll be 3 of us." And then the segment ended. They didn't fight or anything. They were just staring each other down, which is like a weird. Like, that doesn't feel like a Wyatt.
No. But we know. I mean, it's obvious who it is, right?
So there's been a lot of rumors. I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think. Who do you think is going to be the third person, the partner for Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns?
Randy Orton.
So
100% it will be Randy Orton.
Orton was the like hint on the show was that it might be Orton because Reigns and Ambrose were talking to him backstage, but then the Wyatts like attacked him and took him out. And I think storyline wise, the idea is supposed to be like he's injured, he's out.
How long is Eric Rowan supposed to be out?
Oh God, that would be the worst shit. Please don't let that fucking happen.
How long is Eric Rowan?
I 100% think at some point the initial plan was to have it be Eric Rowan. I don't know if he's ready to be back or not, but I 100% think that was the plan.
He has a torn bicep since June. How long is he out?
There have been rumors that it would be Baron Corbin's, which is why that came up in the chat.
Yep.
That Baron Corbin called up for it.
That would. I'd rather have Eric Rowan.
What if they have NXT champion Finn Balor?
Nah. Another of the rumors going around is that well, not rumor necessarily, but there's been talk forever that Kane is supposed to return any day now, so it could be Kane.
Okay.
Wait, what's it? The Rock?
There's a rumor going around that The Rock could be it. That it could be like another like bring in The Rock to help Reigns get over. I don't think that's likely.
That would be awesome.
I don't think
I
it's
would be so down. Unlikely, but
ooh, there's a chance it could be Samoa Joe. Holy shit! I didn't think about that. That would be really good. It's probably gonna be Randy Orton.
I don't think it's
really confident in that.
It's
I don't think it's gonna be Orton. I think
I don't know who else I'd want it to be on this roster. Like nobody.
It could be Orton, but I don't think it will be. If Rowan isn't ready,
what if it's just Seth Rollins doing his third match?
That would be hilarious.
I actually legit think that would be incredible.
It would be so good.
That'd be real dumb, but real great.
It would be really dumb.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, Andy Clare says Orton wants to work a lighter schedule, and word is the attack on Raw recently was to write him off.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But see, there's no one on this roster right now. I would think. I would like to see.
I think the most likely still is Kane, which
Brad
is
Maddox.
And especially with them pushing like Braun Strowman as like the big silent scary monster.
So he's gonna have them like Kane with a mask.
They can have Reigns and Ambrose be like, "We got our own monster."
The Monster Abyss just came in from the Impact Zone, folks.
Boom.
Boom. It's gonna be Abyss. That's my choice for the third man.
Andy Clare says somebody also suggested Taker. Nope.
If it was The Rock, that'd be hilarious. That would be awesome. They're like, we paid this dude to come kick your asses. Like they like literally just like hand him a briefcase of money after it's done and like shake hands, and then he fucking leaves.
That would be okay. I'd be down for that.
And then after that, they just become the new. Yeah, exactly. Like after that, then they just become the new APA, and they just like have to make their money back from paying Lesnar. So now they have to hire themselves out.
Ken Clay says, "I'd love it to be Cesaro, but that's unlikely." Yeah, it's very unlikely, but that would be great.
Body armor.
Yeah, who would look the best in body armor? That's what we have to think.
We'll find out. We'll find out soon. I'm sure it will be disappointing, whoever it is.
Man, I really want to be Samoa Joe now, or Brock Lesnar.
It's gonna be Mark Henry.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
McMahon, Shane O'Mac comes out with the Shield.
Oh man, that'd be great.
The new Shield.
Yes. Dad, I bought the Shield. I couldn't afford another wrestling company.
I feel like every episode of Suplex Friends is just us coming up with increasingly complex ways to get Shane O'Mac back on the show.
Yeah, I mean, if you just time travel back to like 2004, you're golden. He's there.
He's there. We miss him. All right.
So
getting into the title.
Let's do these in the level of importance.
I'm gonna start with tag title.
Okay.
We've got the New Day taking on the freshly returned Dudley Boys.
Yes.
Dudley Boys' return was great. Here's something weird about this whole situation.
Yes.
Normally, how you're going to lead into a match like this, right? Is the Raw before you have the two top tag teams fighting for who's going to be the one who gets to get a shot at the title.
Right.
Instead, what
That's
they did
happened.
was
That's what happened.
Instead, what they did is they had the New Day defending their title against primetime players in a rematch from SummerSlam, and the Dudleys were like, "We're going to take on whoever wins for the title."
Yeah, that's right.
Which is a weird thing.
They're taking the John Cena stamp.
The Dudley Boys just came back and were like, "Okay, we're the 're 1 contenders, whatever."
Yeah.
Well, if you argue, they're going to put you through a table.
They already beat the champions in a fair fight.
The New Day, the interaction between New Day and Dudley Boys has been fucking great.
It's great because they're like the total opposites. They're the total opposite teams.
And it's just the Dudley Boys, I think, are really helping bring out the character in the New Day, and the New Day have just been.
Can we discuss the New Day right now? By the way, like there's a trombone is happening. And they played the Final Fantasy Victory Fanfare, and they play taps when the other team loses.
Also, just like when Biggie gets somebody in a corner and is kicking them, then Xavier's just like blowing in the trombone for each.
So good. The trombone was the best addition. Oh, so great.
Did y'all see Biggie tweeting at Ryback today about his petition? No, but I want to.
Oh gosh, that's very silly.
What petition?
Man,
Biggie's tweets are incredible.
Beat the shit out of
if you guys have never seen Biggie's Twitter, it's
they have been for years.
Oh, also, I forgot to talk about the New Day. They won the title. There was a really incredible / painful tweet from that I saw the night after they won the title from Xavier Woods, where Virgil, you all know Virgil.
Oh yeah.
Virgil tweeted at him, like called him son, and like tweeted at him. He's like, Xavier Woods had like a really burning retort that was just basically like, "I'm not your son, and also you said that I would never make it in the business because I'm not white, so fuck off."
And then he's like, "No, I didn't mean it like that."
Yeah. Virgil, please.
Virgil, don't do that.
Maybe he's the third man.
Xavier is one of the shining stars in both the gaming world and wrestling.
See, Jones Come On Ice Cream had the same idea as I did. Virgil is the third man. Boom. All tying into the storyline. Just seriously, though, I hope the Dudleys win. Because
these
they're
big
awesome.
Are pretty great.
I want everyone going through a table. Everyone. I want El Torito there as a Dudley boy. But still has the bull mask on.
Yeah, of course.
Like bull mask and then like urban camo, like a little urban camo outfit on over that, and like glasses on the. Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna suggest is I don't know if the Dudley Boys are gonna win this one, but I do think this rivalry is gonna continue for a while. It should.
I hope so.
Also, have seen a lot of people saying now that since the Dudleys returned and it's been going really well, WWE is finally seriously considering bringing back the Hardys.
At least Jeff's still doing things.
Yeah. Andy Clare says the Dudleys are not winning. It's 2015. They're here to have a match or two and get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Jeff Hardy was just on TNA Impact wearing a suit with Ethan Carter's face on it.
I saw
all
that.
Over the place.
Just all over. Just
stickers of Ethan Carter's face. And they didn't show it, but he was holding a giant sign that was just Ethan Carter's head also.
Beautiful thing. So beautiful.
Okay, we got...
Well, hold on. I just want to say real quick, like, I am seriously amazed at how good the Dudleys look. Like, they somehow look better than they did, like, especially Devon.
Bubba Ray, I think, is doing real good.
He did some wonders in TNA the last few years.
Yes, he was one of the best parts.
So good.
His run in TNA was seriously, like... It sounds dumb. It was like the best parts of TNA. Like, he really killed it. His whole thing against
he really killed TNA.
I mean,
killed that
Oh.
company.
Yeah. He came here.
Oh,
He was
he's
doing
really
local wrestling for a little bit after he left his TNA contract, and I was sad that I missed it. It was a real bummer.
Do you remember when he came back for a week?
Yeah. Yeah.
And as like the GM?
Yeah, and then left.
Left.
You're going through a table. All right. Next match.
So we finally have a singles match for the Divas Championship. It is a rematch from this week's Raw. This week on Raw, so basically after SummerSlam, Team PCB had a beat the clock challenge to determine who was going to be the #1 contender for the Divas title. Charlotte won. So Charlotte was going to get a match at Night of Champions, but she petitioned to have her match the Monday before Night of Champions so that she could stop Nikki from breaking the record for longest time holding the Divas Championship. She basically, what happened is Charlotte did win that match because they did twin magic. Brie Bella came in and Charlotte pinned Brie.
Yeah.
So she won that match. Charlotte's crying. She has the title. Ric Flair comes up and is hugging her in the ring. And then Stephanie comes out and says, "Hey, I'm sorry, but we've got to take away the title. You didn't actually beat Nikki."
That always works the other way around, though.
No, it's dumb. But what she says is, Stephanie says is, "Charlotte, you'll have a rematch with Nikki at Night of Champions this Sunday. And if Nikki gets counted out or disqualified, she actually loses the title. It will change hands."
Yep.
So the weirdest thing about that is I'm like, why didn't they just make it a no DQ match rather than that weird?
Because then a no DQ match implies weapons, and they're not going to use weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know that it implies that, but
yeah, I think. Well, yeah, it pretty much does though.
But either way, I think yeah. So they're setting it up so that I hope that Charlotte can actually win the title. But
the no
Nikki
DQ match would mean that Brie could interfere.
Oh,
that's
true.
true.
Yeah, also, yeah, that's true.
That's
so.
Yeah, but TPCB could interfere. I don't know. Whatever.
So,
but so they're anyways. Nikki has now taken the record for longest.
She's the best. She's the best diva of all time.
And I mean, she started the Divas Revolution. I don't know whoever had the longest reign before her. I can't remember any names, but she probably wasn't involved in the Divas Revolution at all.
If you believe Nikki Bella, and I do, she was one of the main forces behind the Divas Revolution, Phil.
Her and Stephanie McMahon.
That's right. They came up with it. Oh, well.
Love that big.
Andy Claire says Nikki is greater than AJ Lee. This is an empirical fact. I mean,
true.
The numbers are there. The numbers don't lie. She is the greatest Divas champion that we've ever had.
It's just like there's only 2 men that have ever started at position 1 in the Royal Rumble and won. And one of those people is Shawn Michaels. And we are not saying the name of the other person who did that ever again.
Rey Mysterio?
That, not quite.
Maybe,
did he?
Didn't he start at #1?
I thought Ric Flair did.
And win?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Chris Benoit did. I don't think Ric Flair ever did.
Flair did. I think it was maybe I'm wrong. We should look this up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, now see, I may have messed this up. I'm almost positive it's just Shawn Michaels and Chris a man who must never be named.
Sure.
All right, winners from #1.
Ray was #2. Andy Claire said.
Counts. You're the first 2. Chrissy B.
But yeah, another name that will never be mentioned ever again.
And then Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Anyway, whoever the previous Diva champion was, she's not as good as Nikki. That's what matters.
Paige.
So Ryback has a match against.
Oh, Ric Flair was #3. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in for over an hour. That's what.
Okay.
That's why I was like, I know there was something about Ric Flair that was important with this Royal Rumble.
Everything is important about Ric Flair.
Okay. Anyways,
Mr. McMahon won from #2.
So We're getting an exciting Intercontinental Championship match for the first time since Ryback won it, which is Ryback versus Kevin Owens.
The Kickstart Fanatic.
Yeah, Kickstart Fanatic Kevin Owens. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
KFKO.
KO has already announced that if he wins the title, he's going to change the name of the belt to the WWE Intercontinental Championship, brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Yeah.
So I don't understand quite what the build-up is to this, other than Kevin Owens really does not like The Secret at all.
He is a prize fighter.
The build-up, as best I can understand it, is Ryback was cutting a promo. Kevin Owens walked by eating an apple, and then said, "Careful that you don't bite off more than you can chew," and bit into the apple.
Yep.
I think it's I don't know. I don't know. All I know is, man, I really hope they put that belt on Kevin Owens real fast.
When did this take place? Was it last week?
It was not this past week, but the week before.
Okay, because I watched like the last 2 weeks of Raw, and I don't remember seeing this at all.
That was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Jones Got My Ice Cream says the apple was infused with Kickstart as well.
Of course it was. Apple-flavored Kickstart.
Apple-flavored.
Siobhan says the build-up is Ryback needs to drop that fucking belt.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck was going on with this thing, but all I know is on the last Raw, Kevin Owens really made fun of The Secret a lot, and then said Ryback with,
Yeah, Getter404 says, hey, found a gif of Dean Ambrose being the best on SmackDown tonight. So this is Dean Ambrose, like,
whoa!
Inside into Sheamus, and then give a fist bump to a kid in the front row, which is incredible.
That kid just looked so scared at first.
So
He
good.
thought he's gonna punch him.
Yeah!
It's like, oh! Cool.
Dean Ambrose.
So good.
Anyways,
I saved that link.
Oh, why are you being brought
So
down
that'll be
by
in the show notes.
Bates Punk?
That's this week's homework, is to watch this GIF.
Yeah. Kevin Owens came out on this week's Raw and basically derided Ryback for enjoying The Secret so much, which was fun. It was fun.
What's your opinion on The Secret?
I'm not a... Here's the thing. I'm not a big self-help book guy. I think a lot of the self-help stuff is pretty terrible, but I don't know much about The Secret, and I'm not gonna, somebody get something out of it, whatever, as long as it helps them.
It helped Ryback become the Intercontinental Champion. Maybe if you read The Secret, you'd be a fucking Intercontinental Champion, Phil.
I have my doubts.
If all it took for me to become an Intercontinental Champion was to read The Secret, I would never become an Intercontinental Champion.
All you need is like $300 in WWEshop.com.
Oh, that's true. Remember when Dean Ambrose wanted to be Intercontinental Champion for like a month? And then he was just like,
yeah, I remember that, when it was the most important thing in the world to him for 2 weeks.
Really the whole story was like, I really want to have my name in WWE headquarters.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to have his picture up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're using that only with statues and the title, like the WWE Heavyweight Championship match.
Maybe the third man is also Dean Ambrose.
He
just fucking runs backstage and then comes out again.
This CG Dean Ambrose.
Yeah,
all right, so last two matches, we got a cool thing going on, which is what I was hoping they would do. Yes. Rather than having, since Seth Rollins has both titles, he has the World Heavyweight and the United States Championship, rather than having a single match for both titles like last pay-per-view, Seth Rollins has to fight in two matches. So first off, he's going to be facing John Cena for the United States Championship.
That underdog.
Yeah, the underdog John Cena.
The underdog
John Cena, that's what they call him. And then after that, at some point, he's going to be facing, well, I'd say after that, but that's not for sure. At some point in the night, he's also going to be facing Sting.
That has to be the main event, right?
Heavyweight Championship. There's been some rumors going around that WWE might put the U.S. Championship on as the main event and the World Championship earlier.
That'd be a
which
real
seems
bummer.
crazy.
That'd be a bummer.
I don't think they probably will end up doing that, but we'll see. So this is cool and interesting. I think it's been a really interesting month for Rollins, like in the evolution of his character, because you have him winning both these belts, basically getting to the highest point he can get, and then this month has been just downhill from there, and like him tumbling down. And what I would like is for Rollins to lose both belts this night. and just
then
have like
hit Rock.
Well, I don't think
hit
you
Rock
said
bottom.
who he's facing for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I said Sting.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
The
He's
statue
on.
killer Sting.
Sting broke it, crushed his statue that was made.
In the trash. How sad. What a jerk.
That's a
Sting
good-looking
is-
statue.
Sting is such a heel right now. I am not happy about this at all. He's really treating poor Seth. He's doing it wrong.
Vigilante.
Yeah. It's bad.
There's also, I mean, part of the build up to this too has been Sheamus basically threatening Rollins and saying like, "Hey, you might have to actually fight 3 matches that night because if you happen to keep your title when you beat Sting, I might just cash in."
I like that exchange that they had.
It's been
on
a,
Monday
you know what,
Pretty good.
for as much shit as I give the WWE, and I give it plenty, I think what they've done with Rollins this month has been really interesting, and the build up to Night of Champions for him has been solid.
Yes.
My favorite line so far is Rollins saying that Sheamus looks like Ronald McDonald with a funny haircut, and then Sheamus saying like, "Hey, don't make fun of my family."
Andy Clare says he thinks the U.S. title second makes more sense because what you do then is Rollins wins his first match against Sting, but then he loses the second match against Cena, and he's protected because he already wrestled a match. I definitely think that's true from a smart booking perspective, although like the thing is WWE has just never given much care to protecting Rollins. They've just always make him look shitty.
But they do love to put Cena in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true.
As where he belongs.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Where he belongs?
I'm talking.
On top of the mountain, grabbing the brass ring.
Oh, that's where they keep it.
Yeah, that's why no one can find it. Because only John Cena has the lung capacity to get to the top of the mountain.
And say what you will about putting Old Man Sting in the World Heavyweight scene for a month even, but I like the fact that they have that after SummerSlam, Cena isn't going for the heavyweight championship, that they put him back in for the U.S. championship, because I want there to be I want the build up to Cena. At some point Cena's going to get that reign, and he's going to probably beat Ric Flair's record.
Yeah, he'll get 2 more.
But I want that to be like a really long build up. I want that to be something he really fights for.
Or he wins in a month in Hell in the Cell against Sheamus, which could be cool.
Fuck my life.
I don't know.
Well, let's go back over the matches and
Sure.
do predictions.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So let's start at the top. Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus the Cosmic Wasteland. I'm gonna go with Stardust and the Ascension. I think have got this. They're doing it. They're on a roll right now, and I think they could do real cool things with them.
Do you think they pin one of the Lucha Dragons?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
If they win one of the
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara, I think is, if someone takes the pin there, it's gonna be Sin Cara for sure. That's what I would say.
I vote Neville and the Lucha Dragons just because WWE's been pushing Neville so hard. But that said,
He's no longer the new sensation, though.
this is one of those matches you
Yeah.
can take the loss.
Either this is gonna be a good match, is what it's gonna be. It's
Yeah.
gonna be really good. Well, Jesus, I hope it is. Fucking Ascension, don't fuck this up. Like there's an obvious weak link in this chain.
To be fair, Neville and the Lucha Dragons are used to facing the Ascension.
That's true. They could do good things here. It'd be fine.
Oh yeah, actually, now that I didn't even really think about this, but the Lucha Dragons are the ones who
Who
ended
beat the Ascension.
long ass reign with the NXT tag titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This would be good then. This could be good.
With some history, that's cool.
Yeah. All right.
Andy Clare says the Lucha Dragons got the best ever Ascension match out of them.
That's true.
Okay, yeah.
Ziggler and Rusev. I just want an ending. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I just want an actual. I want someone to win. I don't really care.
I'm gonna go with my fantasy booking and say Ziggler wins
The double
via
turn?
double turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever.
Probably won't happen, but that's what I want.
Well, I'm rooting for Rusev so that he can get out of his little funk that he's in.
Not for
His
Ziggler.
little sad cloud.
Changed my mind. Realized I was wearing a shirt.
Dean Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar versus the Wyatt family. I'm going to go with the new Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, go for Braun Strowman.
I love Braun
The
Strowman.
Black Sheep.
I want to pinch his little cheeks. He's so cute. What a little cutie pie.
I'm going to go for the Wyatt family here just because Ambrose and Reigns got the win at SummerSlam, and I think my gut is telling me that they're going to want to continue this feud into Hell in a Cell.
Do you think this would go to
crazy,
Survivor Series?
I don't think it needs to go to... Well, let's see where it goes, but like
Okay.
I do think Wyatt's versus Ambrose, Reigns, and whoever
In a cell would be
in a
sick.
cell match would be like... I think that's what they want to build up to. So I think giving the Wyatts the win here is a good way of like keeping it going a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Andy Clare thinks there will be a non-finish for this, which could be.
True. And then Hell in a
No.
Cell.
God, man, Samoa Joe being in that team would be awesome.
Of course.
New Day versus the Dudley Boys with
Mm,
El Torito.
Dudley's
Dudley's.
by disqualification. They will not win the championship.
They will put them through a table and not.
Yeah.
launch
Oh,
themselves.
a table will be
A
sacrificed.
table will be sacrificed, but it will be before the match is over, so it'll be a DQ. And then
Yep.
the next match at Hell in a Cell will be a no DQ match.
Brack the Man says, didn't we see enough non-finishes at the last pay-per-view? I have two answers to that. And one is no, and two is...
WWE doesn't give a fuck. That's
And also, like, I think having a non-finish or two in every pay-per-view is fine.
yeah, one to two in every pay per view is okay.
If it makes sense,
Yeah,
it's all right.
I think I vote New Day on this.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit! Andy Clare says,
Yeah.
"Yo, what if the New Day put the Dudleys through a table? What if that's how the DQ happens?"
let's put someone through a table. I'm okay with that. I want someone through a table. That's my pick. Is table would lose this match. Nikki
Spanish
Bella
announce
versus
table.
Charlotte. I think this is kind of. I think it's Charlotte here.
Charlotte.
Please,
Just end my misery, please.
you let Nikki break that record.
Now it's done.
Good on her. Let's keep this moving.
It's time to give the title some flair.
The true
Yeah.
revolution.
Yeah. Seth Rollins versus John Cena for the United States Championship.
Cena.
I think it's Cena. I think he's.
John
I think
Cena.
WWE was real happy with his U.S. Championship run, and they want to get the belt back on it.
Bring it back. Bring back the John Cena Open Challenge.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So good. It'll be good. It'll be real good. That's what I want. And then have Sami Zayn come and win it from him.
Oh, don't even talk about that, Dylan. You're
Just in time for Cena to go after Sheamus after he takes the belt from Seth Rollins after
At
Seth Rollins
TLC.
beats Sting. Or whenever. I don't care.
Rollins versus Sting.
Seth Rollins.
Sting by disqualification.
Like, once again, I'm going to stick to my motto of do not let the man who is 50 fucking years old win the most important title.
I'm gonna
Don't
go
let
with
him win.
I think Rollins is most likely, but I'm gonna go against the grain here and say I think Sting wins it, and then Sheamus cashes in and takes the title off Sting immediately.
So,
Yeah.
Sting lost to Triple H.
Right.
So if Rollins beats Sting,
He's
does
better than
that
Triple H.
mean that he's better than Triple H? Is that a story?
No, he's on the same level.
He's on the same. Like that could
Because
be.
he beats Sting.
Yeah, and I mean I think they are like I think
That has to happen eventually, right?
in the background at some point they're building up to Rollins versus Triple H. That's
I
gonna
think
happen.
that's
one day.
WrestleMania. Easy.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But that you're right. You're right in the fact that this match could be like part of the start of building up to that.
Who's the face and who's the heel in that situation?
Seth Rollins is the face at that point.
I think at that point it'll be Rollins. And so again, this is why I kind of want Rollins to lose both belts on Sunday is
To start
I think
over,
he's got to hit rock bottom and then that's going to be
the change.
from there
Humbles
they
him.
can start pushing towards like pushing him towards changing into a face. It's got to be like obviously there's got to be a story. It's got to be a transition. It can't be like a perfect like instant turn.
Like Alberto Del Rio just
not that.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, no. This could.
It can't be, or it can't be like Rollins changing to heel. Like it can't be that just like one thing happens and he's switched. But I think like having him hit rock bottom is like the start of like putting him on that path. I think that's where I want to see it go.
That'd be really good.
Also, the reason that I say Sting wins, this is honestly just me being a Sting fanboy. Is like I just think it would be cool to have like Sting hold the WWE title.
They are making that a
for
point.
like 10 minutes.
They are making that a point, and that is the only belt he hasn't had.
Right.
Yeah. I think it would be just like a thing. It would be a nice thing for the history books to say like, oh yeah, Sting was a champion here. But I also think that
Seth Rollins
doesn't really fucking matter that much. I don't think Sting will care or like will be super sad or anything.
Seth will win this to start up that whole thing about how he beat Sting and therefore can be equal to Triple H, and then he can lose it to Sheamus after the.
Yeah, and I do think, you know, like there was that weird. Some people were really upset by this. Like Sting came out, and part of the build up to this whole match was like Sting came out and cut a promo where he really put over Triple H.
That was weird,
right?
And it was like him saying like Seth Rollins is no Triple H. It was supposedly supposed to be. I guess it was supposed to be him playing mind games with Rollins. But I do think, I think honestly, part of that was to start planting the seeds for that.
Yeah.
Triple H versus Rollins.
Obvious.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I like that.
Getter 404 says Sting has also never held the Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods Championship, so there is that.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that their main title?
I don't know. We're Lucha Underground experts here.
Yes.
Speaking of Lucha Underground, I guess it kind of we'll go into. Did anyone watch any other wrestling? I did not watch any TNA this week.
No.
Unfortunately,
I sadly have not.
I've heard good things about this week's Impact. I don't know. I do need to watch EC3 winning the championship. Spoilers.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be cool. He beat Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I thought that
like
happened like months ago.
Well, yeah, but no, it happened last month.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it happened last month. Yeah. Whatever. So, did anyone watch any of the wrestling? We all know here.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we got emails, questions.
Yeah.
Questions.
But yeah, did we get some questions?
We did. We got a question. Technically two questions. From Gilbert. At NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, WWE made a deal with New Japan to be able to have Jushin Thunder Liger over for a special match versus Tyler Breeze. If a similar match could happen again for the next NXT TakeOver special, what would be your one-time only dream match of an NXT wrestler versus someone from New Japan, AAA, or any other company that's not US-based?
So, given that I do not watch a lot of New Japan and don't necessarily know a ton of people over there, but one group of people in New Japan that I am familiar with and that I would love to see head on over for an appearance at NXT or WWE in general, I'd love to see some Bullet Club. Let's do it.
Versus...
I don't know.
So that's here. Yeah.
That's the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we bring them in as good guys, it could be Bullet Club versus New Day.
Okay.
I think that would be pretty fucking cool.
I've got it though.
What's up?
They said specifically. Oh no, they
just say
NXT
or WWE. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say Shoot Nation against Bullet Club. Do you know Shoot Nation?
I don't.
Guys?
I don't know.
Okay, that's like Chad Gable and Jason.
Oh,
and those guys.
Okay.
yeah. No, that could be good. That could be very good.
Yeah. Otherwise, I was gonna say AJ Styles just in general.
Okay.
Bring him over. Seth Rollins, maybe. Like they'd probably put on a really good match. And then
Shit, if Brock says Bullet Club versus Balor Club, yeah.
It's the same thing. Nakamura?
Yeah, that'd be good. I think for mine, I'd go Pentagon Jr., who I have loved from what I've seen of him in Lucha Underground. He's like an amazing dirty heel
Mhm.
versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship would be a really cool match to see. Like Pentagon Jr. comes in, acting a fool. I want blood. I want weapons. I want a no DQ match. Even possibly a ladder match.
What about?
I just think that he could come in and that would be a really good, really brutal match. Those two guys working together would be really fun.
What about? Is it Drago?
Yeah.
Drago against Finn Balor,
That'd be
Demon
cool.
versus Dragon Man.
Or even someone like Phoenix from Lucha Underground against like Hideo Itami could be really cool, I think.
Sexy Star against the Boss.
Sexy Star against Hideo Itami. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, her best matches are against dudes in Lucha Underground. She didn't. They're not going to do that in WWE, but I think it's really cool. I think that
Andy
would be
Clare
really
says Nakamura versus Bryan, Ibushi versus Rollins, Ibushi versus Zayn.
cool. Daniel Bryan couldn't pick up a kickstart right now without breaking an arm. All right.
From what I've heard, it was more concussion issues than anything else.
That's actually the
That's not
word
as
that's
funny.
gone around. Yeah, that's really not as funny. Man, I hope. Hey, Daniel, if you're listening,
He's listening.
My man
Brian,
He's
Brian,
listening.
if you're listening,
Fake
I hope you're okay. I hope to see you back, but don't push it, buddy. Let it be okay. I want you to be okay first and foremost. I want you to be healthy.
From what I've seen on Total Divas, he should probably go to a doctor once in a while too. Like he doesn't.
Yes.
He's not a fan of that. From what I've seen on TV, way into like herbs and shit.
Yeah,
like, doctors.
that's not great.
It's not.
It's not a great thing.
All right. Well, on that lovely note.
Also, from a scale from 1 to Waluigi, how dumb does Lucha Pikachu look while you're trying to do
I
this?
love Lucha
Do something.
Pikachu.
Hold on, I need to see this quick. He does a
This is
stunner.
the
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah,
he has
this-
the time to write. So I'm gonna copy this and put it in the chat room.
Oh yeah, he does. That's rad.
I'll tell you right
this is
now.
the Pikachu from
Pokken tournament.
Pokken Tournament, which is the new Pokemon fighting game.
I tell you, I'm way more interested in how Rainbow Mika looks when she does a Stone Cold Stunner. That's video game wrestler of the year 2016. I'm calling it now. Is going to be Rainbow Mika.
Not Karen.
She's not a wrestler. She is. She's a sponsor though. I think in the storyline, she's Rainbow Mika's like agent or sponsor or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know.
Pikachu does the kick to the gut.
Yeah.
And then
So does
the
Rainbow
stun.
Mika. She does the
I know.
kick to the gut.
I know it looks better with Pikachu.
All this is like it's all going to be gifts. This all that the homework assignment's going to be. It's going to post some gifts all over the place.
It's that one that we watched earlier.
Yeah, the one we watched earlier, a Rainbow Mika one. I'm gonna find one for this too. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna
Great.
mark it as a homework assignment
Great.
too. Anyway, it was good talking wrestling with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it's been a
talking
while.
about this.
I am optimistic for Night of Champions. I'll say that right now.
Me too.
I
I
know
was
what? The
really
card
optimistic for
is all right.
SummerSlam, but I'm more optimistic for.
Yeah,
Night of Champions.
where's Cesaro?
Yeah,
Is he hurt?
Cesaro's like he had that great match with Owens, and now this month he's just been like
He's the
getting
third
punched
man.
out by the Big Show a bunch,
Maybe he's the third
which is
man.
shitty.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not a 4-hour show, so I'm
No.
happy
Thank God.
about that.
It is with the pre-show, Phil.
Mhm.
It is with the pre-show.
Yeah. Anyway, John, thanks for being
Dylan.
here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, you're
It's good to be back.
I'm glad you're here. Now that we have a picture of the three of us, I was worried it'd be
I
the
know.
perfect time for you to never show up again.
I had to live up to it.
Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at John_Carson. Also, I do a weekly podcast for a group called Cold Omaha. It used to be called 105 The Tickets Video Game Podcast. Now it's just the Video Game Podcast from Cold Omaha. I'll tweet about it.
Yeah.
We recorded a new episode tonight
Cool.
where I get very salty about someone asking me why I like Disney Infinity.
Why do you like Disney?
It's brand stuff. Don't worry about it.
I'll listen to the podcast.
That's the episode.
There we go.
Right. I talk about Destiny. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Phil, happy birthday.
Hi. Yeah. Matt Mitchell asked how my birthday was. It was stressful. I stayed up all night working. I thought I was going to miss the Suplexfriends because we were supposed to record it yesterday. But thankfully other people had issues too, so we just delayed it to today.
Yeah.
But the fruits of my labor are now up. You can check them out at polygon.com. I did a big feature about The Witness, which is the next game from Jonathan Blow, who made Braid. So if you care about video games or just want to read a thing that I wrote, you can go to polygon.com and check that out. I'm also on Twitter at twitter.com/pkolar.
And you can find me on the internet on Twitter at @DylanHecht, DylanHecht. If you'd like to listen to old episodes of Suplex Friends, archive episodes, not old episodes. We don't have old. They're timeless episodes. Don't worry that they're all focused around timed events. Yeah, you can find us audio and video form at suplexfriends.com. You can check out Stream Friends. If you like this, I have bad news. We only do it like once a month. But if you want to watch video games,
I'm going to stream more.
We all are. Now that finally life is being somewhat normal again, at least for me, and it sounds like other people are we're settling back into it, folks. So
the fall season of Stream
The
Friends.
fall season. Now that the summer is over, the winter is coming. We're all going to stay inside and play video games for you.
With more Mad Max.
I'm going to be playing video games for work, so I probably won't
you will be.
It's fine, Phil.
That's
Call
fine.
in if you need to.
That's fine. I'll just call you anyway. It doesn't
We
matter.
love.
That's
I
fine.
got your phone number. It's 1-800. Never mind.
Put Sammy on.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. But yeah, if you want to check out video game videos, you can go to. So get this. Now I changed our URL. You can now go to youtube.com/streamfriends.
Yeah.
And you can find Stream Friends videos.
I don't like that.
And you can go to streamfriends.tv to find our gaming.youtube.com page. Or YouTube gaming page. Is that a thing?
Yes.
I think.
The answer is yes.
Did you change that, Phil?
I mean, it's a thing that exists.
All right.
Gaming.youtube.com/streamfriends.
You should really.
You can go to the old YouTube page as well. Like
Yes.
they're
both have
they're
the same
literally
stuff.
the same thing. It's just the
Different
gaming
UI.
YouTube gaming one has a fresher layout that's pretty cool.
I think it orders stuff in it's all ordered in the order it came out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, youtube.com/streamfriends, streamfriends.tv, twitch.tv/streamfriends, @streamfriends on Twitter. That's everything. So that's wrestling. That's all the wrestling that's out there. That's every wrestling.
We did all of it.
We did all the wrestles. So watch some Night of Champions. Check out the homework assignments. And be good to each other. See you later, Internet.